Hey folks, this is Matt once again. And VHS update. Yes, you heard right. A VHS update. Go figure. But the reason I did this is because the reason I got all this stuff, and what I mean by all, that box of stuff, VHS. I went to Goodwill. Don't go there that often, but my mom, believe it or not, she knows that I collect a lot of movies, and she's like, wow, you know, someone, it looks like someone brought like a shitload. This is from a person. The amount of videotapes, it looked like it was from a fucking store. It wasn't like 1,000, but literally it was like 100, at least 100, 150 videotapes from one person. I'm like, what? You know, my twin? Was Mike OCP over here? Do you have some VHS tape? So I found a bunch, and anyway, I'm gonna just show them for you. I probably could have bought more, but the thing is, these were 88 cents a piece. So I got 34 videotapes, yeah, for 30 bucks. So, for instance, I got The Quest. Now, The Quest with Henry Thomas, as this is Henry Thomas, star of E.T., also Cloak and Dagger, which is another film I saw and enjoyed, invites you on a journey beyond your imagination. Cody is a young man of adventurous spirit, always looking for a challenge or a new way to do things. Whatever questions there are to be asked, he's the one asking. Living with his guardian, Cody learns of an ancient myth, the story of Donkadin. Donkadin. I don't know, any story with Donkadin, I'd be like, no, I'm sorry, I don't need to hear about anyone's donk. I think that's the character. Remember that character in Crocodile Dundee? I got a donk. A what? Donk. Sorry. I love Crocodile Dundee movies, I'm sorry. Donkadin. He is told to leave it alone, but the legend sparks his lively imagination. Defying all authority, Cody and his girlfriend Wendy embark on a search that takes them into the shadowland of mystery and to the edge of death. I know, actually, Effrey kind of spoiled the ending, but I spoiled the ending in a lot of my reviews, so I can't really say anything. I guess, you know, there's no monster at the end. It's someone made. But, you know, I didn't know that when I bought it. But, you know, I'm still going to check it out because I like Henry Thomas. It's a really cool looking cover. And 88 cents is a film I never heard of. And why not? So that is The Quest. I'm sure it's got to be better than Van Damme's The Quest. Now this was film that I saw a long time ago. An Innocent Man with Tom Selleck. Basically, he's a average citizen whose life becomes a living nightmare when he's framed by a pair of crooked cops and sent to prison for a crime he did not commit. With his life torn apart, Rainwood swears revenge, vowing to fight back and deliver justice to the dishonest cops who set him up, no matter what the price. Tom Selleck, F. Murray Abraham. Again, an innocent man. Two cops on the tape just made the biggest mistake of their lives. They framed an innocent man. Innocent man. I got that because I like Tom Selleck, and I don't remember much about the movie. I got this because I like Michael Keaton, directed by Ron Howard. It's one of the few Ron Howard films I have not seen. Also has Glenn Close, Marissa Tomei, Randy Quaid, and Robert Duvall. Behind the lines look at work, marriage, and other forms of combat. The paper. So, I got Santa Claus, the movie. People are like, what the fuck? I don't remember the movie. I know it's shitty, but yeah, it'd be a good rant if I ever do see this, because it'll take a while. And wow, actually this is one of those that actually has the bottom flap. Wow, I get easily amused, I guess. Media. I'm sure Mike OCP Communication would love to have been there because I think they had like the original Road Warrior videotape, and they had like a bunch of other videotapes. I'm sure he will love, but I just collect them, not to collect them. It's just like, oh, I haven't seen this movie, and I don't want to buy the DVD, and we don't have it for rent. 88 cents, I might as well. The Santa Claus the movie, Dudley Moore, John Lithgow, same guy who did Jaws 2 and Supergirl. From the Salkinds, who also produced Supergirl and, of course, Superman movies. And yeah, I wanted to find out why this was so bad, because I don't remember a thing about it. I know at one point they offered John Carpenter that movie, but they wouldn't give him creative control, so they gave it to Jeanette Schwartz. Asteroid. Now, I got this only because it is the one from TV. 2-hour version edited exclusively for video. I only got this because of one thing only, Michael Biehn. I like Michael Biehn. I'm a fan of Michael Biehn. The guy's cleaned up. I'm glad for that. And, you know, I'm a fan of the guy. He's one of my favorite underrated actors. I got this one because I'm a fan of Tim Allen, and that is For Richer or Poorer. I don't care about Kirstie Alley, but I like Tim Allen. I got this one because I like the movie. It's a solid flick with Martin Sheen, Jimmy Smits, Helen Shaver, Robert Loggia, I should say, Richard Masur, Harley Cross, and of course that is The Believers. I don't care what Siskel and Ebert say. Siskel and Ebert, it's interesting watching their reviews. You made some surprises, like Gene Siskel liked Siskel's Out for Justice, which is my favorite. They both love Die Hard 2. They both love The Relic, which I love. So they made some surprises, but they're wrong on this one. They think this is ridiculous. I like this movie, The Believers. For some reason, I don't know, Voodoo, I don't find as ridiculous as certain other things. I don't know why, but The Believers I did enjoy. That was creepy at points. I've heard a lot about this movie, so I thought it was about time wow. Gripping all the way, tremendous style with a clarity and precision that can be truly breathtaking, says Janet Maslin of the New York Times for Blue Steel, with Jamie Lee Curtis, directed by Catherine Bigelow, who just won an Oscar for The Hurt Locker, which was a film I enjoyed very much. I thought it did deserve the best Oscar for Best Picture. For a rookie cop, there's one thing more dangerous than uncovering a killer's fantasy, becoming it. Jamie Lee Curtis, Ron Silver, Blue Steel. Clancy Brown, Louise Fletcher, Elizabeth Pena. Look forward to that. I got this because Tom Hanks, John Candy, I'm sure it's shitty, but it is Volunteers. It's actually got some good reviews. Us Magazine, Volunteers reunites Tom Hanks with his old splashman jumbo John Candy. Well, that's not really a review, so okay. Time Magazine, good smart comedy. Pat Collins, CBS Morning News. Hanks and Candy are the best screen team around. Just because they had done Splash, so yeah. The Volunteers. Probably shitty, but whatever. I did see this a long time ago, but I don't remember much about it. I know Ed O'Neill hates it, but probably because it was a flop. That's the only reason. Dutch. Got some Sean Connery films to check out, because I don't remember much about them. Rising Sun with Wesley Snipes. And Just Cause with Sean Connery and Lawrence Fishburne. Then you have another Michael Keaton film, Multiplicity. Thought it was a pretty fun, decent movie. Once again, I like Michael Biehn. He's in this movie with Demi Moore. The Seventh Sign. Film I have not seen, but I've heard many things about. This is a film I remember liking as just a really solid thriller, and that is Sneakers. We could tell you what it's about, but then of course we would have to kill you. Sneakers. But yeah, I just remember this being a very interesting, very sort of above average thriller.